does the Orbost Chamber of Commerce agree? The Secretary is Gary Squires. How concerned are you, Gary Squires, to learn of these contracts being whittled down from 6 to 2?
Celine, we're obviously concerned with anything in terms of job losses for our local community. It has big impacts. I mean, it impacts on the actual people who are out of work, impacts on their employees, and then the ongoing impacts into the community, both retail businesses, community groups, sporting groups, schools, the whole thing. And this is something that we've found happening for many years through the timber industry cutbacks.
Okay, so as those cutbacks have rolled along, what impacts or how have you watched Orbost either struggle through this or try to rebuild through this? What impact is it making locally?
Well, in the last 20 years, there's been the change in the population of Orbost from over 3,000 to just over 2,000 now. Now that's had a major impact on lots of parts of our community. I mean, it's well illustrated by our local football clubs. We had 2 football clubs. We're struggling to field 1 football club now. The schools have all decreased in size. You're gone.
Yeah, I was going to say, does it make a difference in the contracts here, and Vic Forest confirming it'll be cut down from 6 to 2? I mean, it doesn't sound a lot in my mind, but how much will that impact?
Oh, look, the concern is that we get small cuts regularly. So this is just a couple of, 4 contractors. 4 contractors probably means 12 families, so 12 families without a job. 12 families might very well then leave the district. We lose the kids out of the schools. We lose a teacher. The local health service loses some business. It's infectious through the community, Celine, and we need to find some other options to replace these jobs.
When the cutback started rolling through some years ago, Gary Squires, there was all sorts of talk of support for communities like Orbost to diversify their economy. Has that not happened, or has it been unable to take place due to lack of government support, maybe?
Well, really, the East Gippsland's in a pretty unique situation. You've got about 90% of the land area is owned by the government, 10% private. We can't get any more agriculture, not allowed to clear any more land. So really our only future is based on the natural resource of the forest, and that's either using the resource for timber products or tourism. Now, there's been some small increases in tourism over the last 20 years. There's probably been 20 or 30 jobs created, but at the same period we've lost about 300 jobs in the timber industry. So we need to look at some options for better using the small part of the forest that we're still allowed to use for sustainable forestry.